I'm going public, so it's going to be nice today. Yesterday, who can remind us what we talked about yesterday? Who remember where we stopped yesterday? Who can remind us where we stopped yesterday?
Okay, we're talking
Hello.
about if you want to scatter people, right? You need to remove the unity.
Remove that fuse called unity. United. Oh my. The video is off. Yeah, good. Yeah, here we are. All right. We're talking about unity. People with one voice, one purpose, one duka, one. There's nothing like unity anyway. So let's see how today goes. Let's see how today's class go. All right. Now, yesterday I talked about also. You see, uh, uh, when God, we read in the book of Genesis 11, all right, and from verse 1, which verse, I think we stopped at verse 6 yesterday. And so when the Lord came to see the city, all right, um, he saw that these guys were, of one language. He saw that these guys were of one speech, one purpose, all right, one goal, all right, even though they came with different strengths, all right, different departments come together as one, all right. Uh, you know, and I told us yesterday, see, this doesn't have to be a church program, right, for it to be real. Did I say that yesterday? All right. It has to just be a lifestyle. I think I did say that yesterday, true or false. All right. I told us it has to be a lifestyle where each strength and competence cover up for another person's lack. All right. And you see, by the time it does that, it makes every single human being within the circle whole. All right. All right. All right. And you see, and when God realized that, you see, if these people can agree to come together in one voice, one understanding, one purpose, and one goal, there's nothing, all right? Nothing, all right? How many things? Nothing. There's no thing that they have imagined to do that will be withheld from them. Which means if you want to destroy a people, like I said yesterday, the only thing you need to do is to remove the cord of unity from them. All right. You need to divide them first. All right. You need to divide them. All right. You need to create what we call discord. You need to create a disagreement within all of them. All right. You see, um, I asked us, was God literally threatened yesterday? Did I? Did I ask that question yesterday? That was God threatened. Of course, yes. That guy was
Yes.
threatened. He created man, all right, but I'm very sure he created man with all the potentials that he has given to man, basically. But I'm very sure that men, right, the human race wowed him. His own, creation wowed him. Have you seen movies where people create robots basically, and you see they create robots with everything that the robot could have, but the robot at some point begin to have sense of its own, to the amazement of the creator.
Yes. So
Have you ever watched movies like that?
yes.
So at the end of the, thank you, Jared. Thank you. The rest of us are listening to me without a response. That's okay. All right. And I did show us a video yesterday. Maybe we should go back to that video. All right. The last video I showed. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, no. Okay. Last video I showed yesterday. Okay, good. I have it here. All right. And I showed us this video yesterday. All right. You know, these guys came together as one. Let me show the first one. Let's see.
You know what's gotta be done. Movement, movement, movement. Hey, you there, pick up the pace. You're falling behind. Come on, let's go. Everyone, pull together. We've got a threat to our hands. You there. Here we go.
You see, this guy is an adversary, all right? But the team had to come together. The team had to come together as one if they must, overcome the adversary. All right? Now, this adversary as one, is it stronger than one of those ants? Is it stronger?
Yes. Stronger and bigger.
But you see, it's stronger than one of them. But you see, the adversary, those problems you have, basically, I told us yesterday, problems in your business, in your family, in your life, so whatever things you're going through, basically, you see, those things will look at you and say, see, this one is alone. I can eat this one like meat. That's what this adversary was doing. He went to the back and looked at the one that is alone. But, that one had to cry out. All right? Cried out, and everybody's attention went back to it. So when the adversary looked at that one and said, there's nobody else here that is close to this one, he say, everything is going to be done. I'm going to eat this one. And he told us yesterday that, you see, problems come together to unite as monsters, to form monsters, right? Am I making any sense? The same
Yes,
way
sir.
demons also unite together to form legions. So it doesn't matter who applies these principles, basically. The only thing is that when you do it, it's going to work. That same way, you can also unite to create massive success. It's a principle that guides, what we do. So it's also a principle that guides what one can do, all right, with the whole, as if he's part of the whole. If he's part of the whole, rather. All right? Because you're going in the strength of the whole, not just your own strength. All right? Now, let me show you this adversary again. Now, you see these guys here? You look at this adversary? All right? You see this adversary flying?
Yes, sir.
Now, this guy have singled out only this guy. Singled out only this guy right here. And you see, to the adversary, this is meat. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So that bird that is flying, this guy down here is meat to be eaten. All right? But let me show you something. What this guy is doing. See, you are seeing food coming down for it. You see, immediately this bird saw that these guys have united. What did he do? He's scared. The bird is scared. Why? You see, when each of us come together, we become a fortress. When we come together as one, in one voice, with one unity, we become what? A fortress. When each and every one of us come together to become a fortress, we become a fortress rather. Let me ask you this question. In the middle of the night, when you have a problem or an idea, do you have someone, do you have somebody who is better than you that you can call? Do you have somebody somewhere that you say, okay, this guy is better than me in this particular area. Let me call this guy for help. When you have some money, all right, that showed up in your house or in your bank account, all right, whatever it is, do you have, all right, somebody you can call, all right? When you have extra money, all right, is there anybody in your life who is good in investment, basically, or businesses you can call? Nobody, most of the times. So by the time you would want to figure out what to do, problems are already there, waiting. So let this money just enter first. We'll jump on the money. All right? These guys called problems have already agreed within themselves, all right, to take the money before you even figure out what to do with the money. So by the time, all right, you look for the people to tell you exactly what to do with your money to make you super wealthy, super fantastic, to give you good returns on investment, basically, you see, the problem, the united problem, have already taken the money. So problems also unite to form monsters. They are constantly taking your money away from you without you knowing. All right? But you don't have such advantage, all right, of having people who are better than you or you don't even take advantage of it. Probably you have them, but you don't take advantage of them. Are you guys with me? Are you guys with me at all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We're with
So,
you.
see, right now, you don't have this understanding, all right? A few rich men understand this basically, and many poor people don't. All right? And that is why I see the majority, most of the time, the majority seems to be, under the control of the minority. Why? Because they are united. And most poor people give them name, cabal, cult. But there's a bond that unites them. Right? We can form our own cabal. United G17. All right? So that we can constantly keep stopping all the united problems, taking our monies away. All right? Most people don't understand it. So it's only the few who understand this thing and come into unity controls the majority that doesn't understand it. All right? Why? The minority are always united. Very few, very, very few are but they are united. So the bond with which their unity stands on basically is more powerful that it controls the large majority who are scattered, who are only used to social media. Any small thing they cry on social media. Come out face to face. Even some people are even afraid to even cry on the social media because they don't want to be traced. They will kill us. I have never seen any place, all right? I have never seen any place in the world where the majority, you know, I have never seen any place in the world where the minority rather determines what happens in that particular area. The majority always don't have that determining whatever of what happens in that particular. It's only the minority, all right? I'm not talking about in terms of population now. I'm talking about in terms of the force of the kind of caliber of people who have decided to form a united association to rule the majority. It doesn't have to do with your tribe, all right, or race or anything. It can be 4 or 5 or 10 people who controls millions of other people. These are the kind of minority and majority I'm talking about. So the majority always don't determine what happens. All right. So most of the time when you cast your vote, basically your vote really counts. It's a lie. Your vote never counts. The people who determines who wins the election are the minorities, and you will never get to hear their voice most of the time. You will never. People who make things happen, I told you before, they are not found on the street. They are not hustlers like we do. So at the end of the day, it is the only united few that controls the majority ununited. It is the only united few that controls the majority ununited. I've seen it work all the time, right? I've seen it work all the time. All right, so let's finish this video. Let's finish this video. You see? All right. I wanted to see this video again this morning, all right? Because I want to teach you something. I want to write this down if you're with your notes, basically, all right? Never again should you, just start or embark in the journey of wealth without creating a family with which you can go with. All right? On your journey of wealth creation, never again would you embark on that particular journey and go alone. You need to create a family with which you can go with. Why? Because so many adversaries are on that journey, all right? And you can't afford to do it alone. Imagine this bird came with his family, and each of them has to just go and pick one of these guys. Will they be successful or not?
That would be successful.
They'll be successful.
But this guy is coming alone. This guy is coming alone. The other way around, if these groups that are traveling, if they're alone, the bird will definitely get it. Why? because the bird is always stronger. So no matter how tiny we are, if we are united, we can take on any adversary any time of the day. All right. Now let's look at the video before this one. All right. The video before this one, the penguins. All right. These are penguins. All right. After this, these are penguins. All right. They're not strong like people. As a matter of fact, they walk like this. They're not that strong. All right. But look at them. United in one place. When they sense the threat, what did they do? They move towards one direction. See them? Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. In your journey to creating wealth, never you travel alone. Don't do it alone. All right? Never do that alone. Right? I think the Bible said something, that is very powerful. The Bible said something that is very powerful about the ants. All right? They are very small. All right? But they bind together than the enemy. You see, I don't care the size of your enemy, basically. All right? He is going to be defeated by the force of unity of the least people coming together to form a formidable force. Am I making any sense now? I don't care how, gigantic the enemy is. When you come together to form a united association, basically a united few, all right, there's no mountain, there's no adversary that you cannot take down. Part of the reasons why most of us are in lack today is because we don't have any ally anywhere that we can form unity with. We sincerely don't have. Everybody is just looking out for himself. Me, myself, and I. Even though your words don't speak it, your action constantly speaks it. There's nothing like, okay, let's come together to make this work. No matter what happens in our personal lives, we are not going to bring our, personal differences into these. I'm going to bring my strength. You're going to bring your strength, and we're going to make this thing work. Julian, your mic. I'm going to make this thing work. Or we are going to make this thing work. We don't take advantage of that. All right? Everybody is just looking out for his or herself. If it doesn't concern me 100%, forget it, I'm not in. But it doesn't have to be you to make a mark. So if we all decide to put aside our personal differences, what we want personally, basically, there's nothing that we cannot create. All right? It is called selflessness. You hardly see that in the world today, especially in this part of the world. All right? When you see a lot of network marketers, that I've observed it not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times, not 6 times. When we travel out of the country, it's only Nigerians that you will see are not united. All right? We can travel maybe 200 or 300 people, but everybody will just be on their own. You see, other countries comes in their thousands, all right? 1,000, 2,000 from one singular country, all of them will be in one place. But look at Nigerians, nobody is even sitting down. Everybody's everywhere. And nobody listens to anybody. Everybody knows what to do. So you don't have to tell me what to do. There's no unity, even when we go out there as a group. Nobody will say, irrespective of what I know, I'm going to lay down every single thing I know and I'm going to follow you. Why? Because you are the leader for the moment. We're going to give our all, not even the best, give your all. That's not the kind of attitude, that's not the kind of habit we cultivate in this part of the world. We don't have it. We don't take advantage of unity, of that word unity. All right? I've seen great companies, I've seen great organizations, all right, crumble because of this unity. I've seen a lot of them. Are we good? Are we good? Are we together?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, we are.
So is it better now? Let me ask us this question. Is it better now to travel alone or to travel together?
Travel together in unity.
Travel together, right?
Yes.
So can we build that family? Can we build it? Can we build that family that always travels together?
Yes, sir.
We're in it now, sir. We are beginning to see the dividend already.
Right? Of course we can. We can build it. And the reason is this. It is actually built. You don't stumble on it. Like I used to tell you, you can stumble on money, but you can't stumble on wealth. Because wealth is built deliberately. You build wealth with deliberate actions. All right? You don't stumble on wealth. Right? As in it's in the process of building that you acquire the discipline for its sustenance. If not, you're going to lose it. And that's why you see anything you have, any result that is given to you whose process you're not a part of, you are going to lose it. Why? Because you don't have the discipline to sustain it. Because the discipline is always gotten in the process. So if you build it, we're going to keep it. So we can't stumble on it. So we need to build it together. All right. Now there's something we call, the group thinking. All right, group think. All right. In the next few days, basically, I'm going to expose you to a lot of teachings. All right, a lot of teachings and courses. All right, courses that we have never taught ever in G7, especially when it comes to about team building in network marketing. All right, so as you avail more of yourself, we're going to do a lot of these teachings basically. All right, so that you can create result with ease. All right, in as much as you see any result you want to have basically will ever have to start from your mindset. All right, from your feelings. All right, which were the very first teachings I took you through. You see, thoughts comes from what? Programming. Programming leads to thought, which leads to feelings, which leads to how you take the action, which create the results that you have. All right. So you see, if you're programmed in a lot of ways, basically, which the most important ways you get your programming is through verbal conditioning, verbal things you listen to. And that's why I see if you're in this business and 24/7, you're listening to nothing, you can never create any result because there's nothing programming you right to think the way you want to think, all right, to give you the feeling that you want to feel, basically, that causes you to take the right action to create the result you want in network marketing. You are in this business, and what you constantly listen to as things that work in opposite direction to the kind of business that you do. There's no way you're going to develop the stamina to build the business that you're in. The day you resolve to say, today and onward, if I'm going to play any single thing in my car, henceforth, it's going to be one development, one personal development material or the other, all right? The day you decide to do all of these things, basically, that day you start developing your personal development that shows up in your businesses. But if you don't learn to do that, basically, you're going to still be suffering in network marketing and be thinking that it's the company, it's the compensation plan, it's the product, it's the group, it's the team, it's my upline, it's my downline. People are not working. Why? You're the one who is not developing yourself. Right? You have a lot of materials at your fingertip, at your beck and call to make you super successful in anything you want to do, especially in this business that we found ourselves. But you are not listening to them. I ask us when we're talking about financial goal setting, all right? If I enter your car, what is the first thing I'm going to listen to? Am I going to hear, get us, they do me? Or I'm going to listen to the strangest secret. Or I'm going to listen to profits are better than wages. Of course, Jim Brown. Or I'm going to listen to the power of ambition. Ambition is a powerful force. The power of ambition turns hopeful wishes into realities. Don't mind these guys. They have done their worst again. Who noticed it? Okay, thank God nobody noticed it.
The light went
I
off.
did.
I noticed. I wanted to shout NEPA take light, but I said, no, let me respect my old age.
Light and darkness have nothing in common.
Yeah.
OH.
All right. So after everything is said and done, you see, you needed to see me when I started out in network marketing. I was literally like an enemy to every single human being that were around me, because I deliberately and practically chose not to have their time. If you're not in business with me, I will never spend 5 minutes with you, no matter how close you think you are to me. I did 100% U-turn on every single human being that I used to know who is not in my business. So if you are not in my business and you're not intending, you don't want to have anything to do with what I do, basically, we can never hang out anymore. Why? You will never be able to help poor people by being one of them. You can never help poor people by becoming one of them or hanging around them. You can never help them. So when you avoid them, go work on yourself, earn the money, have the billions, basically, then you can come back and help them. But when you guys are together, the only gist will be gist that are discouraging, gist that will weaken your spirit, and every word is a seed. Words don't die. See, if there's any stubborn thing I've ever seen, there are some ants and insects, you have to press and use something to scrub them on the wall before they die. Words are worse than that. Every word is a seed. They don't die. All right? So I'm going to teach us all these things, all right? I'm going to teach us all these things. We're going to expose us to a lot of courses that will lead to, team building. It will blow up your mind. I promise you guys this one, all right? All right, it's going to blow your mind, especially, all right, so that you can when you come together, the kind of result you can create will marvel you. It will marvel you. All right? Now, the lions. Do you know the lions? You know the lions, right?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever watched or seen any documentary on the lions? Do they hunt alone? Right? Do lions hunt alone?
Lions do hunt alone.
No.
Lions don't hunt alone, all right? You see, lions hunt in pride. Lions never, you'll never see a lion going for hunting alone. They don't make such mistakes, all right? Why? Because they understand that, see, when you see one lion alone, you see a lot of buffaloes can kick it out and eat it and destroy it and kill it, all right? Because that's an enemy. Even when lion is sleeping, it poses threats to a lot of other animals, all right? Even when the lion is sleeping, it poses a threat to other animals. See, lions hunt in pride, all right? They never, the lions never ever hunt alone. All right? Sorry about that. I was thinking I can restore back my light, but let's continue. All right? Those guys don't hunt alone. You see, and they do that in pride, all right? They will circle an animal, all right? And they will wear the animal out, all right? They will wear this animal together. And imagine lions seeing elephant and they tell themselves, I can eat this thing. What a nerve. I can eat this thing. All right. You see a lot of network marketers see a lot of like incentives, like the millions, the billions, basically, and they are scared. I don't understand. You're scared because you're alone. When you look at the team you can build that can bring down that incentive for you, you ram at it, as in you run at it, as in you take it by the horn. All right, lions don't hunt alone. When they say see, they circle this animal and they weigh this. Why? Because you see, their pride in terms of the group, all right, of what the group can do, all right. When they come together, they can do anything they want. But you guys know the problems we have. The problems we have is that, you see, you are too smart. You are very, very smart. Very, very, very smart, but you are alone. Very brilliant, excellent. In short, you have distinction all through, but you are very alone. Alone. You are intelligent, but you're alone. You have nobody else. There's nobody you can call in the middle of the night or in the midnight hour that you can call, all right? There's nobody, all right? There's nobody who is better than you. You don't keep such company. You don't have such family. You don't have such, united association. You don't have such cabal. All right? If you have money and there's nobody to call, all right? There's nobody that is better than you, that you have a part, that you have a part of people who benefit from, other areas of your life. You don't have such. You're just alone. All right? you see people who are dumb, right? You see a lot of people who are dumb here in Nigeria, all right? My cousin Geoffrey, Geoffrey is a very dull guy, all right? He's a very dull guy. He wrote WAEC for almost 4 times, couldn't pass his WAEC, all right? But you see, when Geoffrey got to America, this guy passed his RN, all right, his RN nursing with distinction. I was amazed. Why is it like that? Why? Because there is a system. There's a system that works. There's a united system that makes every dumb person here becomes the smartest out there. So we can build our family. I'm very sure we can build it if we come together united with one voice, with one purpose, all right, with one language, we can build it. All right. When I got to America the first time, all right, the very first time I got to America, all right, you know how we used to hear the story that is like they used to say about the first time someone gets to America, all right, they thought that you see everywhere is like heaven, all right, all right, and you see the thought of everybody looking like angel, all right, and you are the only black that other few blacks are there. Some of them are even fairer than us, right? How many? How many knows that story? How many of us know that story? Julian, you should know that story. A lot of us here didn't grow in Kogi State. If you grew up in Kogi State, I think you should know that. I don't know if they told it wherever you grew up. It's when you get to America, everywhere is like heaven. Everybody is like angel. Then the first time you got to America, you start having that picture.
You have a witness.
Hey, it's heaven. The day I told my mom, let's go to London, she couldn't believe herself. You understand? All right? And you see, the country will welcome you so well as if you were born there. In as much as when they see your green passport, they want to suspect. They say, let's suspect this one is the one Nigeria is a suspect. But the kind of welcome they will give to you is out of this world, as if you were born there, right? Right? As if you were one of their lost brothers that got lost in World War, 1980 something. You got lost and now you are back, right? Everybody is smiling, even when they are pinching you, they are smiling. The first time I got bounced, when I went for my visa for the first time, when I got, the lady was smiling and bouncing you. I was say sorry, we cannot, When I went back the second time, and there was another person that interviewed this time. I said, so why were you bounced the first time? I said, look at the lady that bounced me the first time. Ask her, why did she bounce me? Because she didn't tell me anything. She only told me, sorry, you can, you can reapply, blah, blah. That's what she told me. So you need to ask her, not me. Well, how would I know? They were still smiling. Maybe I'm already provoking. All right? Everybody welcome you with a smile. And we don't have the same thing here. Making me feel like, the world greatest. But you see, when you come back here, never been there for the first time, so it feels like this, all right? They already know who you are from the airport. They already know who you are, even from the airport. And when you're back here, guys, it looks as if you came back to a very wrong country. All right? You start asking yourself, you see, I don't understand what. All right? Whenever you travel out and you land back here, basically, see, everything looks funny. everything started looking funny. I know Julian will be able to tell. You see, but all those security guys at the airport want to empty your pocket even. The kind of heat that will walk the moment you step out of the aircraft, the kind of heat that will welcome you, you will know you're back to hell.
This is Nigeria.
Sometimes the escalator will not work. You have to go down and up the escalator. Escalator that is supposed to take you, but they'll force you to exercise your legs. Let alone the kind of welcoming you get from immigrations and custom. You know, you're just coming back and everything is just a shadow of itself. You see, one of my friend, Cyril, his name is Cyril, a very wonderfully made guy. You know what I mean? When somebody is fearfully and wonderfully made. All right. He got to America and you see, he thought he was handsome. He doesn't know that the attitude of these people, you know, these people have the culture of these people here. I'm telling you, his nose is somewhere here, his eyes is here, his mouth is, you know, everywhere. So you know the way these people keep smiling. You see, this guy thought he was actually handsome because everybody is smiling and at him. I wonder what was going through the minds of those people that were smiling at him. But Cyril thought that he was very handsome, not knowing that everybody is just smiling at him because that's their attitude. But where he's coming from, they don't have that kind of attitude. If you're ugly, they tell it to your face, you're ugly. But you see, here, the attitude of unity makes you welcoming. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
The attitude of unity makes everybody welcoming. But here, we don't have the same attitude. As soon as you're landing at the airport in your own country, where you were born, all right, you feel like, sorry, I thought I was coming to my country. I think I lost my way. Let's go somewhere else. It happens to me at the airport all the time. All the time. I feel so ashamed anytime I come back. Well, my people used to say, if your hand is bad, will you give another person to lick it for you? No, you have to lick it yourself. Is that true? Is that true? All right. So there is power. There is power if you have what 10 people have, all right, by working, with 10 people who are better than you. I say it again. There is power, all right? There's immense power. There is immense capacity if you have, all right, if you have what 10 people have, all right, by working with 10 people who are better than you. Yesterday, we were looking at Genesis 11, right? Genesis 11. And we know exactly what happened. All right? We saw exactly what happened. We know, you see, and we looked at what God did. All right? And he said, if I want to take away their strength, what did God say in Genesis 11? Let's go down and confuse their language. Let's go down and confuse their language, that they may not understand one and what another. All right? Let's go and confuse their language that they may not understand one another. That's the problem. the problem. Where there is this unity, where there is misunderstanding. If I look at you, all right, you know, anywhere you see misunderstanding, anywhere you see disunity, when I look at you, probably you think that I'm looking crazy. Well, in actual sense, probably I'm even admiring you. All right? Probably I'm even admiring you. Or even I'm even probably looking at something, all right, something great, all right, or some potentials basically. But because we don't have the same language, basically, you see, there's serious discord, there's serious misunderstanding. And one of the greatest, most difficult business platform, all right, that we can ever build, basically, that is supposed to be of strength, but it's now a vice, is multi-level marketing. This business platform is supposed to be a strength, but it's not a vice. Why? Because you see, well, people don't have the same voice. Everybody is just looking out for himself. It's the only business model that people are hired without training. Can I say it again? All right. You saw someone who has never talked to anybody before, and you bring him into the business and you tell him, go and bring people, go and talk to people. And this guy will go out and cause more damage, true or false, without being trained. They don't even have the patience to be trained. Give them materials, they will never listen. Tell them, listen to personal development program or audio, all right? Put the CD in your car. Stop listening to all the prakpa meetings and business meetings and the music that you have been listening since you were a child till now that has never put 1 naira in your pocket. They'll never agree. So we are used to this music, please. This is our native music. We know we don't start our day until we listen to this music. You're doing yourself more harm, all right? Which is not, keep listening to that music. And let's see how much you will have in your bank account. You still keep laboring and slaving. How about putting the next 5 to 10 years, all right, becoming another human being? That every time you wake up in every morning, you see 50 million in your account without lifting a finger. How about that? Julian, when have you started playing keyboard? All right. How about that? Doing something consistently for 5 to 10 years. And after that, you don't have to lift a finger anymore. You just wake up and you see 50 million in your account. You start singing, I am the Lord that he led thee, and you go back to bed. Money heals, guys. Credit alert heals, especially when it is good money.
It heals. Mm.
Well, a lot of people will never do that. It's like somebody is shooting you, spear and arrow and knife and, sickle and everything by your side. They are killing me. They are strangling me with this thing. It's for your own good. A lot of us have CDs that we have never listened to. We have audios that we have never studied. Something that you should have gone over it and over it more than 200 times. You have not even finished it one time. Network marketing is supposed to be a business model that thrives on the strength of each other. We thrive on the strength of each other. So if you don't develop that strength, all right, you become the weakling, all right? At the end of the day, you see, what most leaders will do is replace you with somebody who is developing himself. Why? Because if they don't do that, you become their downfall, and nobody wants to fall. All right. And it's a contribution thing. You contribute your quota. I contribute my quota. Everybody is contributing based on their strength. And you must be gymming that strength to have that strength to be able to contribute something. Else, you fall by the wayside. You are not supposed to lose in network marketing. Nobody is supposed to lose in network marketing. Every single person in every group is supposed to win. Why? Because the strength of one person makes up for the strength of other people. Why? The leader provides the material. You have your own role to play by listening to those materials and developing yourself. But when you don't, that's when people fail. People fail because they don't follow instructions. Our time is a little bit gone. All right. Gloria, are you there? Tomorrow,
Yes,
I'm going to go a little
sir.
bit. Tomorrow, I'm going to go a little bit deeper with us. All right. I'm going to go a little bit deeper tomorrow. Of course, yes. I already promised you, you're going to grow. If you want, you're going to grow one of the most fantastic team ever. All right. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be super, super fantastic. I promise you that. All right. So I'll take reviews today. Then we will go and reconvene tomorrow. Invite as many as possible. All your team members. All right. Invite them. All right. 1 hour every morning is not bad. All right. To learn something new that will give you millions. All right. You miss it, of course, you're missing your millions. All right. You can go hustle for the thousands every single day, but that's fantastic. That's okay. Some people will still stay in the thousands level. But for us who go for the billions, basically, all right, we will definitely sacrifice at least an hour to learn something new to be, be useful in our business. All right. Thank you very much, Clifford. Clifford's hand is up. All right. I don't know if you want to ask a question or you want to give review. All right. So Gloria, over to you.
Okay, sir. Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much, MMA, for this wonderful class. And I like your share too. Hope we'll get ours soon. Hope we'll get ours very
It's a
soon.
simple thing. You can get it if you want.
Okay. So, Clifford, you have the floor.
Or
Yeah, good
ask
morning.
ADT Wells how they customize their own so that they can teach you.
Uh, good morning, sir.
You hear
Good
Gloria?
morning.
Okay, okay. But I like this color. I like the black and gold.
There's a way Lady T Wells they customize ladies' own. Maybe they can teach you that one.
Okay, I'll talk to Lady T.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, Clifford.
Yeah, my review for today is still a real like what I've heard before, but it still makes sense to me. The importance of teamwork in achieving success in business. That if I really want to go far, that it's very, very important that I build a team and work in unity with that team, because that will actually help me to achieve success in the business I'm doing. Another thing that I heard differently today was the fact that words don't die. Like you can actually kill any other thing but words. And the way it's made sense to me is that you might decide to tell someone something, or you just say a word. Maybe you were angry that time and someone hears that word, and you might just feel that that's the end of that word. Before you know, like 3 4 5 months again, you the same thing you said that time, you just hear someone, this is the statement you made. You like, I thought this thing had passed since. So I was relating it with that statement again, though I've heard it before, but that fact, so that we should be very careful the way we say something, because like this man said, what's his name? Self, I've forgotten. That once you open your mouth, people will know who you are. So sometimes it's even advisable to keep quiet if you don't have something good or better to say. So that aspect actually stood out for me too. That words don't die. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, great people.
Thank you
Thank you.
very much for it's true. Oh, words don't die. You that you and it's also good to make sure we try not to hurt people with our words, because we that will say it, you might forget what you said, right? But the person who you said it to will never forget. There's something my mom used to say. Mom say person wey shit they forget say e shit, but person wey pack the shit no dey ever dey forget, right? So we need to mind the kind of things we say, right? So is there anyone else that wants to give us his or review what you got from today's class and how it will help you as an individual, how it will help you in growing your business. Because for me, I I keep the more we go on this class of the power of one, the more I understand the importance of building a team, right? Because like I told you guys, since I discovered that people around me don't want to work, I decided, okay, I go be one man mopo now. Then thank God I joined the G17 group, and I'm happy we are not just business partners, we are a family, and I'm just grateful that we are like minds trying to build, and I pray we become very, very united. So I don't know who else has something to share. Okay, Sir Julian.
All right. It's been an awesome series thus far, and especially first of all, I must be very grateful for everyone that turns up here and have been consistent, because the most important thing or the most important currency in life is your time. So whatever activity you chunk into the time is not valuable, then you're wasting your life. Or if it is valuable, then you're seriously investing in your life. So I'm grateful that we have quality minds here that have decided to put in investment as far as being valuable is concerned. And most importantly, to MMA, who have invested both his time and his money to make sure that this happens for us. And all that he has done is just in perfect harmony with this topic called unity, right? Because, like I've mentioned before, this is what people pay over $20,000 just to listen to, and not for this long, probably just 3 hours or maximum 3 days. And the money is gone, and they have to live with either working on what they learned or not working on what the land. But here we are, we have someone who have decided to invest heavily in us. So the responsibility is now on us to take advantage and make use of it, or bite our fingers later. I pray we don't bite our fingers later anyway. So back to today's topic, this series about unity. This one has forced me to go back to Genesis 11 to go through that story over and over again, has also forced me to go back to some audio that I've paid less attention to for long, especially The Stranger's Secrets. Okay. So, harmony from what we've gathered from the class, or oneness from what we gathered from the class, is about unity. And unity is about connectedness. It's not just about connectedness, it's also about combination. Not just about combination, it's about bringing together of different strengths in order to manifest a particular kind of result or outcome. Okay. So here is the thing where hits me hard today was the part where you said, if you are alone, it is easy for problems to spot you and eat you like a meat. But if you are working with the force that is in harmony with others, that group cannot be taken down. And since that group cannot be taken down, it means you as an individual in that group cannot be eaten like a meat. Then he asked the question, do you have someone you could call that will give you advice or money advice before problems eat the money? Do you have somebody that you could call that will give you strength as far as wealth building is concerned before problems come and take over your life? And that can only happen if you have a group where the minds are quality minds and where the minds are deliberate about wealth building. And if you don't have that kind of community, if you don't have that kind of group that are busy, that are preoccupied, not busy, and that are preoccupied with developing themselves daily and working on wealth principles daily, then problems can easily eat away your problem, can easily eat away your finances. And secondly, problems can easily eat away your dreams and your vision. Because even before you start working on building this particular vision or building these particular dreams with whatever income that is flowing to you, those problems can come and eat them away because you are not in a circle where these wealth principles have become habits and where you can actually call on someone when you are lacking in strength. Then another thing stood out for me is not just about having a group or having people that you call your own. It's about having a group that each person in that group is bringing to the table their different strengths. It is not weaknesses coming together. No, it is strengths coming together. That is, within a group, we work on our individual strengths and bring our individual strengths to the table. And with this combination of individual strengths, we become unstoppable in whatever result that we want to create or whatever outcome that we would want to create. So my take home for today is, on a daily basis, Julian, work on your personal development. On a daily basis, Julian, work
On your network as well.
on what you listen.
Help.
A call came into my phone. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Because words don't die. Even when the words die and they appear to be forever buried, just know that they are still going to germinate. So I have to watch the words that go into my mind, and I have to be deliberate about those words that go into my mind to make sure they are in line with personal development and they're in line with building my strengths, so that I can actually bring strength to the circle or bring strength to the quality minds that I've decided to be a part of as a family. Okay, then it is not about the majority or plenty people. It is about the few that have quality minds and that have great strength to bring to the table. Because if you look at the world right now, 99% is being controlled by just 1% per se. Let me put it that way. 1% know exactly what they are doing, while the rest 99% don't know what they are doing. 1% are united in wealth principles and practices. Over 99% don't know anything about wealth practices and habits, but they pretend to know or make noise about it, or they speak a lot of English about it, basically. So the thing now is to look for a way to be a part of that minority that is unified in strength and power, and not to be a part of the majority that is not united or that is divided and still have less strength and power. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much, Sir Julia. Thank you. Okay, Mama Dora Rojas on the chat section. She said, I just love that the lions don't hunt alone. So we cannot achieve more by saying I can do it on my own. This is teaching me as a leader to carry everyone along and work together. Also, I have to grow by listening to CD from Les Brown, Jim Rohn, and others. Everywhere, even when I'm cooking in my kitchen, when the broom is when the broom is in bunch, yes, it's not easy to break it. I have to work on my personal development and growth. Thank you. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma. You're right. Who else has something to say? Who else? Who else? Before we collect our gift for today and share the grace. Nobody? Okay, then.
Nobody wanna see us together, but he don't want to know.
While I'll be like bicycle. Okay.
You know how to start.
I understand myself very well. All our response now is what people are doing. All right.
Hey everybody, this is Eric Warrior, and welcome to NetworkMarketingPro.com. I'm here with a living legend, Mr. Bob Proctor.
Thanks, Eric.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Good to be here.
We are both speaking at the same event, and we're here in San Diego. And he agreed to sit down, and we just finished filming a segment for the upcoming network marketing documentary, which is going to be spectacular. He's going to star this just like he starred in The Secret. If you haven't watched The Secret, you're kind of crazy. But if you watch The Secret, you know this guy because I think you were like the anchor. You held that whole thing together, I think. That's my personal opinion. I know you're going to spread the love with everybody else. But anyway, he's also a huge fan of the professional network marketing. And this audience, Bob, wants to become network marketing professionals like nobody else. I mean, they really want to learn the skills and help other people, and they want to spread. They just don't want success for themselves. They want to be able to pass it on to other people. What advice would you offer to this group as far as how to do better?
Well, I have been an avid student of personal development now all my adult life. And if you want to really do better, study a system and study it inside out. Take Eric's system and understand it. You know, you could take his book and read it every day for years. Hubbard one time said, when you read a good book through the second time, you don't see something in it you didn't see before. You see something in yourself that wasn't there before. You see, it's the repetition of reading the same thing. Now, I've been doing that with Think and Grow Rich for 54 years. The book's fallen apart. But I keep seeing things in myself that I wasn't aware of. See, you've got greatness within you. Your spiritual DNA is perfect. It doesn't require any change. What you want to do as you study, you're going to let more of the essence of you come to the surface. I believe we're here to do God's work. God's work is creation. You were given creative faculties. And I want to congratulate you on the work you're doing. I think you're doing phenomenal work. And I think your material, well, speaks for itself. It's gaining popularity globally. Take and study it. Don't study a whole pile of things. Study one thing and really study it, and then do it. You see, I learned that no amount of reading or memorizing is going to make you successful. It's the understanding and application of wise thoughts that count. If you take Eric's book, read it every day. Now, logic will say, well, you don't need to do that. No, from a logical perspective, you don't. But if you want to shift your paradigm and really raise your consciousness and create an awareness that's going to take your mind where your win is. If you really want to help other people, you got to start off by helping yourself. You can't lead a person further than you've gone.
Right.
So that's my advice. It's advice that I follow myself, and my life keeps getting better. And everything in my life keeps getting better. I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm mixed with wonderful people. And I got invited to come on Eric's program. I never knew Eric before. I knew of him. I read about him. Everybody knows of him. You keep reading about him. And so when I got a call and asked if I would come on this, I said, absolutely. I come on because I wanted to meet you.
Well, thank you.
And there's a great opportunity. So I think first of all, you made a wise move tuning into Eric's material. Now really understand it. And then you'll be able to share it with somebody else. And that's how you're going to get to where you're going, by helping them get to where they're going. I think Zig put it very best. He said, if you help other people get what they want, they'll give you everything what you want.
Right.
It was such a profound statement, and just so right.
Well, I'll tell you, whether it's mine or your uplines, I don't claim any ownership of truth. As you know, truth is old. It's been around a long time. Whether you go to his website, BobProctor.com, yes?
ProctorGallagher.com.
Proctor Gallagher, spell
Or
it.
you go to BobProctor.com, will take you there.
Okay, BobProctor.com or ProctorGallagher.com. Find out his stuff. Learn from him. Learn from the other people that we have on the show. Get the knowledge. But like he said, don't just get it here. Put it into practice. If you put it into practice, then it comes to life.
Do you know
That's
what I
where the learning
found
comes
a
in.
long time ago? The truth is non-invertible. It doesn't matter which side you approach it from. When you get there, it's the same. It's like the center of town. You can come in from the north or the south, the east or the west. When you get to the center of town, you're still in the center of town. So there's the real good people in the industry. They're sharing the truth with you. They really are. But they come at it from different angles. And I have found when you're studying this person, that person, you only get in so far, and then you go somewhere else and you get in so far. If you really want to win, lock into his material, stay locked into it, and I guarantee you, you'll watch things. Just try it for 6 months. Try it for 90 days, and you'll do it for the rest of your life. I found it works.
Well, I'm honored to be able to hang out with some pretty cool people. We got more on the way coming for the documentary. It's shaping up to be something spectacular. I can't wait to show it to you at GoPro Recruiting Mastery, November 20th through the 23rd. That's when it's going to premiere. And there's a few remaining tickets for that event. Those are going to go on sale on August 11th, Monday, August 11th. So to mark your calendar that way.
Yeah, will never change, guys. Very good. All right, guys.
You don't want him to take the money. Take the money.
Let him go and join the one company and go and do the work. All right, enjoy yourself with Team Sales. All right, it's going to show us 13 things, benefits of network marketing. All right, you can go if you can stay if you want to learn more.
Hi, Tim Sales here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the 13 top benefits of network marketing. And as I show these to you, they are in my sequence. You are absolutely welcome, and I strongly advise you to reorient it based upon what's most important to you. All right, so number one for me is that it can be exponential and residual. All right, that is a factor that I've never seen in any other business. So what do I mean by that? Exponential would have to do with the compounding effect of something. Now, it is not purely multiplication, okay? It isn't. What it is, though, is over time, it is certainly more than arithmetic, okay? In other words, it is more than 1 + 1. That is what I found. So exponential would have to do with that